can't breathe with you, baby. I can't play your game. It's a disgrace, woman. The way you throw shade and blame. Standing here at the crossroads. It's time to tell you goodbye. As far as I'm concerned, we'll never see eye to eye. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. She said, gotta put you behind me, baby. Gotta get out of my sight. The way you're treating me, baby. I'm staying out all night. She said, I deserve much better. I deserve your respect. If you come at me, baby, well, you better come correct. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take no more. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take no more. Walls are closing, woman.
Hi, welcome to the well-oiled machine that is NuzBox and Coffee with Curmudgeons. I'm Doc Normal. All hell is breaking loose here. I'm a little disheveled. And I'm here with my co-host, and I had a funny name, but because all hell is breaking loose, it's just Jason Allen. Sorry, Jason.
Hey, it's all good, man. Sorry, folks, and also want to apologize. Sorry about the bed hair. It's a Friday, and I woke up late, and
oh yeah,
I think disheveled is the perfect word.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. You need to comb your hair.
I am trying. More. I was gonna go to the salon later, maybe get a bouffant.
I was gonna get my hair cut like yesterday or the day before, and didn't happen. But
for whatever reason,
yeah. I mean, I was going to, and then Friday, I'd be like, oh, hey, look, got my hair cut on Friday.
A new coif.
Yeah. So I came in here, it was really, I was really excited.
Yeah.
We didn't have the show on Wednesday.
No.
Health problems and all sorts of things going on there.
Feeling under the weather.
Right. Yeah, there's something going around. I had it yesterday. And so I was excited. I was super excited coming in. I was like, hey, and you're excited, right? When we miss a day, we're like,
right.
We're vim and vigor.
Pent-up curmudgeon aggression
It's also
inside,
Friday.
Right?
It's also Friday.
It is Friday. Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems to me Wednesday, hump day, right?
Yeah.
And seems to me Monday, we're kind of going into the week. Yeah, sometimes we have a rough weekend, coming in hungover, whatever. Kind of what are we going to do now? That's fine. That's what you expect on a Monday.
Right,
That's what people expect, right?
Right, yeah.
Am I right?
They're again, I'm going to use the word. They're just as disheveled as we are.
That's right.
And we're both limping into the week. We're holding hands. Everything's right or wrong with the world. And,
This is an interaction. Right? Mm-hmm. We're not just sitting here in front of cameras speaking to people.
Right.
For 2 hours.
We're communing.
We're actually yes. And so we're right there with people who overdid the weekend or whatever, especially 3-day weekend, then you're really having a hard time. And then it's Friday, and Friday's great because we're going into the weekend, right? And we're like, let's talk about what happened this week, and all that sort of thing, right?
Right.
Okay. So Monday and Friday are good. Wednesday is kind of a hump day, kind of political. Everyone's cranky.
Yeah.
But I come in here like I do. We got systems and whatnot and backup systems. I turn on one of the systems. It's dead. Completely dead today. Like, unbeknownst to me. I mean, they get used. They're employed not only just in NuzBox, but they're making the video, moving the bits, doing a lot of stuff. And so I'm just like, oh, good. When you turn on your computer and it has crashed, it is dead.
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was like, doesn't come on. Okay, well, what do you try? Try it again. Just hit the button again. Unplug it.
Yeah.
Plug it back in.
Right.
Hit the button.
And there's nothing like walking in and turning on an expensive piece of machinery.
That's right.
And just have it just stare blankly back at you. It gives you its version of the 1,000-yard stare, right?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's a perfect description.
Yeah.
And ergo.
Ergo.
Isn't that what the kids say?
What? No, go ahead. Yeah.
At least the Greek kids in something BC.
Right.
Ergo.
You, Aristotle, down in front. Sit down.
What does ergo mean? Is ergo, it means therefore.
Therefore.
Ergo. Mm-hmm. We are not on Periscope today live.
No. That's okay.
We had to make a decision, and we went with Facebook, mainly because the machine that is not turning on this morning is the one that broadcasts on Periscope.
That'll do it. So
what I did is I went on the Twitter and I changed that link to Facebook. So you can go to Facebook. We have lots of people who watch us on Facebook. Yeah. We have lots of people who watch us on Periscope, actually.
Right, yeah.
I'm surprised. Both Periscope and Facebook are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Periscope. Yeah. I like Periscope and I like Facebook Live too.
I'm intrigued by the Facebook. I mean, when we first saw the numbers off of Periscope, because I'll plead my Twitter ignorance. Yes, I use Twitter on various accounts and stuff, but I never really delved deep into like crunching the numbers, right, to see who's actually out there, who's watching at what time and stuff. And I am pleasantly surprised with Periscope.
We like to go, we like to go where the people are.
Right.
You don't want to, go off to site. You're on Facebook. You're on Periscope. That's where you go.
Sure.
So anyway, but we're not on Periscope today. I'm sorry, unfortunately. Maybe we'll do a replay, a special replay on Periscope for the Periscope
like
people.
Like a weekend recap, sort of.
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, we have it on YouTube and iTunes too.
Yeah.
Oh, is this another Tech Talk with Doc on Friday? Yeah, like last week.
Or I can stand off camera and act like I just literally woke up, halfway through the show. Hey, Doc, it's me.
The bad thing about that, we're talking about how to do Skype and all that on your podcast, and when you listen to the replay, your channel is so hot. And it's just kind of maybe the way I was monitoring it. It's like I need to remember that our Skype. The thing I described, how you interface Skype and phone calls into the thing, is so efficient that the person sounds like really right up there, and you got to kind of back it off.
Sounds hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, do you have another question? Actually, it's like, whoa, coming through nice and.
Did I sound like C.W. McCall Convoy hot? Where
oh yeah, you did. And plus, you kind of had your morning, your disheveled morning. You're like,
coughing up phlegm,
Yeah. Somebody's grandpa, Yeah, there's always my. The thing I knew when it was morning in my family is when Grandpa did the
yes.
Good morning.
Yeah. That's true. It's like a foghorn, right? Telling you that there's fog out in the harbor. Yeah.
And then it's like, where Grandpa put his cigarettes. And then it was bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
Eggs.
Yep. If you smell the bacon and eggs, yeah.
Jimmy Dean sausage.
Well, of course, Jimmy Dean. You're not doing old fashioned breakfast without Mr. Dean.
Speaking of vegan.
Yeah.
So I wasn't feeling good.
Segue alert.
Well, just I never do anything, so I did something yesterday.
You're always doing stuff.
No,
you, sir, are a man of action.
No, what am I doing? I'm sitting here babysitting dead computers.
Well,
this crap doesn't make itself. This isn't AI. I don't have secret Terminator robots building live streaming here. It's still a little interaction with Doc. Although, boy, if I could get that gig, man, it's just go make it happen.
I want some fembots.
Robots.
Yeah.
Well, those have been in the news. The Japanese do a lot of interesting things with it. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they want to make some laws around that because, artificial companions, real Westworld stuff. But I never get out. I never do anything. And we have some surprises, too.
We do.
We actually do. When they didn't get ready before we did because dead computer. And what the hell was that? Now it's like a princess Do we have a princess telephone in here?
Yeah, well, me and my infinite wisdom has once again forgot to turn down the phone before start time. And I went out a couple weeks ago and I got myself a new phone.
Oh, yeah, because your other phone crashed.
Yeah, took a header. Yeah.
And so you don't know how to turn the phone off?
No, I don't know how to turn the phone off, and I don't know how to pick the right ringtone. This is like the factory default ringtone.
It sounds like a princess phone.
It does. It sounds
I thought we were going to you remember the princess phone? They were like Disney, and they were like all pink, and they were like, and you'd go over to... Well, in my case, in grade school, I was kind of an early bloomer, so it would be my girlfriend's house. I had girlfriends in the second grade, the third grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're paying by numbers at this point, man.
Too many late-night James Bond films on ABC for this guy as a formative little kid. It's like,
Right.
Which was really weird, because I'd go over to one of my classmates' house, a lady friend, in like the third grade, and offer her a martini, shaken not stirred. She'd be like, what's a martini?
Smoking jacket and fez?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, my phone is...
Judy, you look beautiful tonight.
Judy, you look ravishing in the moonlight.
This is exactly me as a second grader with a fez and a martini.
Right.
And a smoking jacket.
While the other kids are eating paste, you're shaking and stirring a martini. Would you like a nice would you like an olive with your paste?
What is your little brother doing right now? Oh, he's in the cat box looking for hors d'oeuvres. Wonderful, wonderful.
Teacher hears this weird noise during recess. Well, Doc, what is that noise? You turn right to her and say, "That is Perry Como."
Exactly, right?
Right?
Oh, I think the Bob Hope special is on. I love a little Bob Hope.
Right. Show and tell you're doing like an old Dean Martin roast.
Yeah. Did you see Sammy on Jack Pa last night? It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Simply brilliant.
We must get to Vegas to see his show.
Yeah, last week
you're in third grade.
Well, things happen. By third grade, you're exposed to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, you're trying to be...
Including Tahoe.
I hated being a kid. That was the whole thing. Being a kid was crap. It was fun, kind of, but not so fun.
Yeah, as the youngest of three brothers.
Oh, you hated being a kid.
Oh, my God, because, not only were you picked on, right, because you're the runt of the litter, but you see all the cool stuff your older siblings are able to do, and then you're reminded of how much being a kid sucks.
Jason! I'll be your older brother.
Yeah.
Jason, guess what? There are diamonds and gold in the cat box. Go looking for them now. Okay.
What do you mean they're almond roca? Okay.
God.
Next thing you know, Jason's getting sent to the corner.
I say this because I made the comment in the car yesterday. This actually was a throwback to yesterday as we were going to eat vegan. And I said, kids and dogs pretty much eat the same thing. I mean, they just like a little
close.
kid, and it was like, because there was a thing in the news. Here, let's tie it to current news. Wow, NuzBox. Did you see this thing? I just scanned it. I just scanned it on the news.
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese has all these weird chemicals that are banned from kids' toys, and dogs' toys are in your mac and cheese. We knew this though, right?
Yeah, macaroni and cheese is too simple to be true.
Yes.
It's not just macaroni and cheese. I mean, there's all sorts. There's different varying layers to it.
Because what happens if you made really mac and cheese, like real macaroni and cheese? First, you have pasta, the macaroni, right, and you could buy the hard stuff. It works.
So you can buy elbow macaroni or whatever,
and you boil it. It's wheat semolina. It's and it comes out. The better the pasta, the better it turns out. It's good.
Go figure.
And then you have cheese, right? Which would be what? Your block of Tillamook cheese.
Sure.
That little block of cheese.
Right.
And you shave it off and put it in the pasta and mix it up. And what do you get? Goo, crap, nothing. You can't eat that. It's
congealed, sweaty cheese.
Lumps of because the cheese doesn't work that way.
Now you're just making me hungry.
Well, you'd have to. Okay, here's what you have to do.
Yeah, okay.
You'd have to put the pasta in a pan.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The naked pasta, then put the grated fresh cheese on the pasta, and then put it in the oven and bake it and melt it, right? Put a big cheese. But then what do you have? You don't have mac and cheese.
You got casserole.
Casserole.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right with me.
Right.
So mac and cheese is this substance, this milky, weird crap.
Yeah.
To mix in with the pasta like a sauce.
The powder stuff, right?
Oh God, yeah.
It's really weird too. I mean, you don't know what's in that powder. I mean, it's vaguely orange,
and it's not good.
Oh yes, well that's true.
That's what they're telling us, right?
Yeah,
now.
But I don't want to read that. I want to. And this is one of those things where ignorance.
No, I think we
ignorance
should read
is bliss. Yeah, I know. If you really care about your body.
No, we need mac and Cheetos. Mac and Cheetos comes up into my. What's in your mac and cheese besides macaroni and cheese? This is.
Yeah.
Oh, look! It's not. We're not talking. This isn't. Clickhole or whatever.
Yeah.
This isn't.
I've been called a clickhole, but that has something.
Well, that's kind of like an onion kind of a thing, right? This isn't the onion. What is this? What is this? Forbes. A respected
business-esque. Yes.
What's in your mac and cheese, Jason? Besides macaroni and cheese.
Satan?
Oh, let's see. So according to Forbes, it's the most comfortable of everyone loves mac and cheese. So reliable, so innocent. Do you like mac and cheese?
In fact, I'll have you know. Oh God, this is even. I had mac and cheese yesterday. I'm just gonna admit it right now. I did. I had mac and chease. And it was the really cheap macaroni and cheese, too, because for some reason, there's this one off-brand.
Hello?
Yeah. No. I went like several. I mean, if it was like an elevator, I went to the sub-basement of
Annie's. Annie's has the rabbit on it and the Annie's.
No, I should have gone with Annie's, but I went to a really off-brand that's dirt cheap simply because I had it one time a long time ago, and I like it. It's called Betty Baker. Now,
Betty Baker?
If Betty Baker was a woman, I would marry her.
Betty Baker.
She's a dish, man. She is a dish.
Okay,
Wife hates it. Kids tolerate it, but I love it. It's weird.
It's not even Betty Crocker.
It's Betty Baker.
It's Betty Crocker's. It's Betty Crocker's woman of ill repute neighbor.
Right, your second cousin
Baker.
Who's been shamed in the local family reunion because she may or may not have been with child back in her early teens. We don't know.
Baker?
Betty Baker.
It doesn't. How do they spell it? B-A-K-E.
Betty Baker.
Pasta. Betty Baker pasta.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We're going to look that up. But first...
It costs like 39 cents a box. It's dirt cheap, but I like the taste of it. It's weird. That's how it suckers me in, man.
It has... Okay, help me out here. Okay. It's a PH and a TH. That's how this word starts. yeah, a PH and a TH. So, actually, this is Bill the cat could pronounce this word.
Right.
Phthalates.
Yeah.
Phthalates. Phthalates. Phthalates.
Oh.
Okay, that's what's
I'm
in
hungry
it.
already.
What exactly is phthalates?
I have no idea.
Besides a word that is difficult to pronounce,
Right.
without spitting, they're a group of chemicals that help soften plastics. And they're all
and your
around us.
bowels.
Yes. Well, yeah, thank you, Jason. The Food and Drug Administration website lists many household products that use phthalates. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We should actually type it in and hear how it sounds. Such as toys, vinyl flooring, wall covering, detergents, lubricating oils, food packaging, pharmaceuticals, blood bags and tubing, and personal care products, such as nail polish, hairsprays, aftershave lotions, soap, shampoos, perfumes, and other fragrance preparation. Probably even preparation H, if you think about it.
Right.
The most commonly found is Vito.
Vito.
Hey, Vito.
Okay.
Testing DEHP, otherwise known as di-2-ethylhexylphthalate, followed by DEP, diethylphthalate, BBT, benzyl. Oh, I like it when the benzyl's in. Benzylbutyl phthalate. Oh, we like a good benzylbutyl. And DINP, disonyl phthalate. Try saying some of that 5 times quickly. Yes, we know. So, what's the harm in eating these phthalates? Phthalates. Something in your kitchen for. Take a look at the July 2014 report, U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, from the Chronic Hazard Advisory Panel.
Chronic hazard. Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
A major concern is it may interfere with the production of, testosterone. May interfere with the production of testosterone, Jason. Decreasing testosterone. They talk about why you want that. Scientific evidence suggests that similar problems may occur in male humans, such as poor semen quality, testicular cancer. Oh my God, penis malformations, testicular. It's all about the thing.
Yeah.
Pregnant women shouldn't take it.
Oh, jeez.
Scientific studies have also suggested links. Well, no, you know how that works. I mean, it's like pregnant women drink water and take folic acid, right?
Yeah.
It's like don't touch anything, don't even breathe, don't breathe the air, you know.
Right,
you know how that is.
Yeah.
You've been through that. Scientific studies, as a former pregnant woman.
Yeah.
We've scientific studies have also suggested links between exposure to other health problems.
Oh, great.
So, asthma, childhood asthma. Boy, this is a long article. TLDR. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out to you.
More and more as you're explaining.
Your Betty Baker stuff.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Betty Baker.
I was hoping for a picture. Here it is on Amazon. You could have got that on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Betty Baker now is turning into me because I just heard this information, right? It's almost like you go to a bar, you pick up a woman, she's like fabulous under the low lights.
I don't think this is her. This is a blog called Baker Betty.
Baker Betty?
And,
See, now you know why.
There you go.
Look at her. Now you know why.
This isn't your Betty Baker pasta. This is a blog, Betty Baker, and she's wearing a... Well, it looks like just a bra, I think. Anyway, and
now you know why I was lured.
It's retro. No, this isn't the pasta though.
I know.
Betty Baker pasta images. I'm expecting like a Betty Crocker picture. Betty Crocker, Betty Baker. How did they get away with that? You'd think that they would. Betty Crocker would, legal team. Betty Crocker would be like, "Hello, hello, how are you?"
Or even better. A lady takes home a guy.
Here's the macaroni and cheese.
There she is. Betty Baker.
But there's no picture. How can you look? Betty Crocker
they're keeping a thumbnail. They're keeping a thumbnail on purpose. They don't want you to look too close.
There's your pasta.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
But there's no picture. If you name something Betty Baker, I expect a Betty Baker photograph, just like
one would think.
Just like Betty Crocker. right?
Yeah.
And over the years, interestingly enough, they've changed Betty Crocker, right?
Yeah.
Because Betty Crocker is an image. I don't think. Well, maybe it was. Maybe back in 1920 or something, it actually was.
There was a Betty Crocker?
Maybe. I don't know. It's always possible. Back in the 19-teens, and it's like some dude's like putting together his industrial food conglomerate, and it's like his next door neighbor Betty. It's like, hey, I will name it Betty Crocker. Betty, will you take a photograph will you take a painting?
Would you like a crock full of my Betty?
It's like Santa Claus was invented by Coca-Cola.
The modern image, you bet. Yeah.
Coca-Cola with the beard and the smile and the cheeks and the...
Betty Crocker is pure Monsanto.
Is it really?
Oh, I have no idea. But
I'll listen to you. Well, so now your mac and cheese has all this crap in it.
Yeah.
That they put in flooring. Hence the famous Chevy Chase line, it's a dessert topping and a floor shine.
That's right. That's right. Mainway products.
The what was that called? Shimmer. Remember? New Shimmer is a floor shine. No, it's a dessert topping. It's a floor shine. It's a dessert topping. I'll spray some on your floor. Look at that shine, and here's on your dessert topping. This is a good Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Jane Curtin, I think.
Yeah.
This was from Gilda Radner. This was original SNL.
Yeah.
Famous. I mean, this was back when SNL was legendary. Legendary
it was
comedy.
Great. Yeah.
Basically, we were just stealing every Second City bit,
Pretty much.
That's pretty much was all they were doing. It was like, and put it on NBC.
Yeah.
What does Betty Crocker look like these days?
I don't know.
She's probably got some tattoos.
Has she aged well, old Betty?
Oh, my word.
Betty Crocker, is she all right?
Is this Betty Crocker now?
Is she still a dish?
She's a soccer mom. Look at that.
Oh.
Is that Betty Crocker?
Oh, it could be.
Well, that's what comes up. Anyway,
she looks like a naughty school teacher, Betty Crocker.
Oh, come on. She looks like a...
Look at her. I'm going to correct your homework.
The Betty Crocker portraits. Here's one. I remember, is this the 70s Betty Crocker right here?
Oh, kind of looks like that. She's got kind of like a leisure suit on.
No. Pantsuit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where
you get cards and letters. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's what we want right here.
Ooh, through the years.
Here's the through the years. This is what we're looking for.
Somebody cue up Kenny Loggins.
Betty Crocker.
Or no, Kenny Rogers.
Now, you can't see this if you're listening, but here's Betty Crocker, 1972.
Ooh.
She's kind of got the Mary Tyler Moore, early Mary Tyler Moore kind of
Pat
hairdo.
Nixon.
Oh my God, she does. 1972, she does look like she's got the Pat Nixon hairdo.
Yeah.
1980, I don't know how you describe that.
That's Nancy Reagan.
A Nancy Reagan hairdo. My God, they track first ladies. In 86, that's kind of a Hillary Clinton hairdo.
Kind of, yeah.
And then 96, Laura Bush.
Totally.
Dude.
Very presidential. First lady-ish.
But that wasn't Laura Bush in 96, but still.
Pretty close.
Oh, kind of Clinton. Maybe you could only say Clinton.
You know what I'm thinking, 86?
Who?
I know it's a little, now it's ahead of the time, but Rosalind Carter. She's going to kind of get that look.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're right, Jason. Wow, Jason hit the button. Jason nails it on the, if you're looking at this, the Betty Crocker hairdos track kind of first ladies.
Thank you, Chemicals in my macaroni and cheese, for enabling my cerebral acumen.
Damn. Let's go back to, we can even go further back. Look at this. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. As we troll Betty Crocker. So 1936.
That's like
she doesn't even look like Betty Crocker.
It's like Joan Crawford.
I don't know what the 30s.
No more wire hangers ever.
55. She's kind of got some...
the Mamie Eisenhower look?
Yeah, she's kind of got some grayish in the hair. Now, 65. 65 is the Betty Crocker I remember.
65.
The one on the cookbooks and stuff.
That's Lady Bird right there,
Lady
man.
Bird Johnson. That's
Lady
right.
Bird.
I remember. 65 is my Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
Because that's the one we grew up with.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't until, 69. Didn't they change her in 69? But I don't remember 69. I remember all the because I remember 65 was a Betty Crocker with the Lady Bird Johnson do.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Betty. That's Betty Crocker.
Welcome to Doc and Jason, Betty Crocker, hot or not.
Hot or not. Oh, man.
The Man Show.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little history for you, though, folks. We just, there is no podcast you will get a survey history of the Betty Crocker image.
We're it.
And and Keen Analysis.
You're welcome.
And Keen Analysis by Jason Allen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Pegging the hairstyle of Betty Crocker to the First Lady of the United States. Well done.
Thank you. And I can attribute this
well done.
This on point analysis. I can say to myself and to you folks, the viewing public, this was all due to the stuff that was put in my macaroni and cheese.
I was just going to say that. The phalantates. How do we pronounce?
Thank you, phalantates.
How do we pronounce that?
I don't know.
It would be great if we had a chemical expert. If we had what's the guy's name from Henry from Breaking? Is it Breaking Bad? The guy.
Oh yeah.
We need a former teacher, chemistry teacher, meth cook to explain to us.
We need Sir Richard. He's a former, I think, biology teacher. I think he may be able to.
Oh, that's right.
Lend some keen insight into this.
So how do you pronunciation?
I don't know.
It's not even. Here we go.
Keeping a mystery.
No. We can't. We're science here. Here we go. According to YouTube.
Okay.
As we wait.
Phthalate.
Oh.
Phthalate.
Phthalate.
This is a family show. I can't go there.
The PH is silent.
Phthalate.
So that's how you pronounce it, folks. Phthalate. That's what you're eating in your mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay? Phthalates. So that's you had your heaping helping of phthalates. Very nice. Very nice. I've been to Kraft Foods, believe it or not. Headquarters. I've been to Kraft headquarters.
Really?
Yeah, on a business trip.
Did
once.
you go down to their secret lair?
No, you walked in and it smelled like mac and cheese. I kid you not. We walk in the door like it's a big giant. It's up in Illinois somewhere, out Chicago way, if I recall. Kraft Foods somewhere. I want to say Deerfield, whatever.
Dearborn?
Yeah, sure. You bet. Kraft Foods. And you go in, and they've got a pond. Every headquarter has a pond, right? Especially if you're in the Midwest, you got a pond. Yeah. And then you got glass doors, and you walk in the glass doors, and all of a sudden you smell like barbecue sauce. And the first thing the person who you're meeting at the Kraft Foods is, we're testing some new product today. It's like, great. You basically piped it into the entire headquarters,
Did they hand you a souvenir cheese slice?
No, they did not.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It was yeah. And it's just, you know where else? I went to a lot of weird, iconic places.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and I was like early doing business tech stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so they were flying me around to go tech people's stuff, like big corporations. So I went to Kraft Foods. I went to Stroh's Brewing out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right? I mean, all I can do, the whole time I'm driving in the car with the salesman, and I'm just like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna, I'm singing the Laverne and Shirley thing.
Right.
Hassen Pfeffer, and driving the guy crazy. And I went to like Exxon down in Houston. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah. It was a great.
Bet you found a lot of phthalates or whatever it is down in Exxon Mobil.
I believe me, I was probably exposed to tons of that. And I think we had lunch in the Kraft cafeteria. Really? And of course, you would think, right? The first thing is like, want some mac and cheese and no hot dogs, or no thanks, But I don't know. I think I had a salad. I'll just have a salad, thank you.
You're right. Yeah, I better play it safe.
Parmesan cheese on that? No. I'll just have a salad, please.
Yeah.
And you're at Stroh's was funny.
Ooh.
Because, right, what's the first thing you walk in and you expect them to go, hey,
have a beer.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, it's lunchtime, let's have a beer. And you actually expected them to pour out some like Meisterbrau. You remember that?
Yes.
Some of like the $2 like.
It is the master brew.
Yeah. But no, they in their personal in their personal headquarters bar.
Yeah.
They had their own executive microbrews. They had their own Widmer, right? It's like, no. We don't drink the crap we sell in the supermarkets. We drink. Have some of this. It's a secret imported German recipe that we do here on tap only at headquarters. We like our beer. So the guys who are running this giant conglomerate company are all beer snobs, just like now Portland, the microbrew. And then they're selling like Meisterbrow for like 39 cents in the supermarket.
Right. You're not a rube. We're going to hand
the Globe Light or whatever. I don't know.
Ultra light, some sweet.
Lou Rawls, you're gonna find some Michelob.
That's right.
In your suitcase. I don't know.
That's how they snooker you in, man.
It's such a, okay, we're talking Betty Crocker. Lou Rawls.
Rawls.
Didn't he do the Michelob commercial?
Yeah.
The reason it's famous is it's 1970s.
He either did Michelob or Lowenbrow. One of the
Billy
two.
D. Williams did one too.
Malt 45.
Okay.
Malt Colt 45.
Yeah. But the important thing about that, historically, in the 1970s-ish, in there, it was the first time a person of color was the spokesperson on the national TV for the product. I mean, in national markets.
That's not true. I remember back in '56, Nat King Cole did a line for phthalates.
Yeah, there you go. I was just gonna say, could have been like, put your phthalates in your Luckies,
Right.
4 out of 5 doctors recommend jazz and cigarettes.
Him and Sammy Davis Jr. there, smoking some Luckies and talking about phthalates.
Talking to my 3rd grade girlfriend. Honey.
Darling.
Most pediatricians recommend a good cigarette and a martini and a little Nat King Cole on the record player.
That's right.
Oh boy.
See, now we got to go back and find you in 3rd grade because this is great.
No, it was bad.
Let's get into the NuzBox time machine.
What do kids do in the nasty suburbs of back when? Look, this was back when the Portland area wasn't this hip, Fred and Carrie Portlandia. It was looked a little more like Kentucky and Gummo, like a Harmony.
Yeah.
It was a little more Harmony Korine out here. It was Fred and Carrie.
It was blue, like if I can say it right, blue collar working class.
Yeah, yeah. We're out at the junkyard doing horrible things and yelling.
Yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile in the news. Okay, so we just never miss a beat. Oh, I didn't tell my story about what I did.
What'd you do?
So, I did a road trip to go have a nice a meal, which I never do. Okay? So, ended up driving all the way out to beautiful, wasn't so beautiful back in the Harmony Korine days. Now, Fred and Carrie days, very beautiful. St. John's.
There you go.
Right? Drove over the St. John's Bridge. It was... the weather at that point, the clouds opened up and the sun came down. There's the cathedral spires. It was beautiful. I was driving, so hey, I didn't take a selfie or take a picture. So there is no picture. I was driving.
Yeah.
Bad form, right? Hey, I'll take a picture.
Right.
But it was beautiful. And there's a point where you go over the bridge to the west, where they frame inside of each other, right?
Yeah.
You come up. Have you ever seen that? Where it's like there's this one point where you see the other one inside the other one.
And you see the spires.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
St. John's Bridge. And so that was nice. That I was going stir crazy. So that made me happy. St. John's is looking good. Cathedral Park, they're doing a lot of nice things down there, downtown St. John's now.
Yeah.
And I was reminded by an old school Portlander of the Harmony Korine St. John's, not the Fred and Carrie St. John's.
Right.
When you couldn't walk in Cathedral Park.
No, you didn't go there at night.
Maybe big, mean dogs. And because I was told a story, when my friends lived in St. John's back in the day, they'd take the big dogs out for a walk, because you have to walk dogs out in Cathedral Park, and pack some heat with them.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of like gang drug central.
It was a rough
place. We don't remember that.
No.
But Cathedral Park was rough.
Yeah.
Ruffian. It's old school Portland. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, but it's nice now.
Yes.
It's Cathedral Parks and whatever. In fact, I have calendar news events this weekend. And I'm thinking, this weekend, Cathedral Park Jazz Festival.
Wow.
Jazz in the park underneath St. John's Bridge. If you're listening to that, and if you're listening to Portland, and you like live music, get a ticket. Go out there to St. John's, to Cathedral Park, and see some great live jazz.
Man.
That's a great festival.
Yeah,
and that's just a little festival. They've been keeping that alive for years. I mean, they've had funding problems and whatnot because it's expensive to put on a festival. You got to have PA, you got to hire your bands, and they want to do a good job out there. Insurance, you know, and beer or whatever.
Yeah,
phthalates with your mac and cheese, whatever. Phthalates, whatever.
With your Meisterbrow.
But they've been trying to keep it alive. They're an organization, so go out and support them. Go see some live jazz. I haven't looked at the lineup, but I'm going to. And that's this weekend.
Nice.
I hope.
Cathedral Park. You've come a long way.
At least I saw it on my internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just double check that. I mean, I'm always worried that I'll bring something like that up.
Yeah.
And then that's actually, I was looking at 20.
People are going to show up to a park and there's no one there.
Then at Doc Normal told us we had a jazz festival here.
Right.
And I don't see any jazz or festival. I just see us.
Yeah.
And St. John's Bridge. But
well, now that we're here, let me show you some phthalates and
yeah. I'm not sure. You know that Moonstruck Chocolate was over there. Their factory there.
Oh.
Yeah, over there. Yeah. I don't know if they're still over there, but you used to be able to go in. There's a couple like little places you can go. So a brand new place.
Okay.
And this has been around in Portland for almost 10 years. A place called Homegrown Smoker.
That's intriguing.
Well, it's a barbecue, homegrown smoking.
Love smoke.
Smoked everything. Smoked meats and stuff.
Yeah.
All vegan.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this has been a very popular... the guy started a food cart back in like 2009. He's been around for years.
Yeah.
Very, very popular food cart. They did catering. I think the first time I ever had it, I was at some event and they catered it. All these smoked kind of things, smoked meats, but it's all vegan and gluten-free and all sorts of stuff like that.
Wow, that's intriguing.
And it's tasty. These guys do some... I mean, you're like, wow, this is crazy. This sandwich right here, this thing I'm eating, it's crazy. All kinds of comfort food. So they just... they had a place downtown. They had a fire... you know, also, and some other stuff. But they finally opened up their brand new location in right smack dab in St. John's. Beautiful place on the corner there. Actually, right across the street from the St. John's Theater Cinema.
Okay.
Little cinema there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. There's a brew pub across the street. So went there.
That is interesting. I'm
tasty
intrigued.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And it was great. Great atmosphere. Great place. There's something there. You know. I just say to people, if they want to try food or healthy or whatever, just try one of these places. They got salads, they got greens, they got all sorts of stuff. They have hush puppies.
Ooh.
But they were like, they're doctor approved.
Yeah.
You know?
There ain't no phthalates there, man.
They had fried pickles.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for deep fried pickles,
dude, these were good. These were good fried pickles. They were tangy, dilly pickles and they have a dipping sauce. You didn't even need the dipping sauce.
No.
Yeah, their fried pickles were really good. We were like, whoa, check out this fried pickle. Now, I would not recommend you eat a fried pickle every single day.
But it's a good change of pace, yeah.
But you know, as a treat, this was a treat. So, you know, it was a tasty place, friendly people.
Right.
So I went out there to the Homegrown Smoker, brand new. Location, St. John's.
Well, they may have deep fried pickles, but do they have this Tom Peterson button right there, folks? Tom.
Yeah. Along with that,
3D.
Yeah. Along with that, we've got some swag that I was going to put because we got something for the microphone there.
Now this is precious.
Yeah, we're working on that.
This is precious.
We're working on it. I'm not working on it. Yeah,
old school Portland wrestling. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the Portland wrestling logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's Sandy Bar, Don Owens, back in the heyday.
Yeah. Isn't that a sweet logo? Like if you know Old Portland, if you're familiar with Old Portland, and you see that's the logo, right?
Yeah.
There may be product coming online like T-shirts and stuff.
That would be precious.
Oh yeah.
I
know. How would you walk around wearing a black T-shirt?
Yeah.
With the yellow Portland wrestling with the two little cartoon guys. I forgot how much it's the two little cartoon guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of in cursive. I don't know who designed it. I don't know.
He's pulling some guy's nose.
Yeah, it's like Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble, and he's pulling the nose.
Got you by the schnoz, and it's gonna be painful.
I know. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Now this.
You knew what that was. I didn't even.
Yeah, I'm going to give this.
These are all like buttons.
I want to get a T-shirt.
I guess.
I want to get a T-shirt, and I want to give it to Buddha for Christmas.
Yep.
Because how can you not go through life without having I worked hard for this body, either T-shirt or button?
And where does that come from?
I worked hard for this body.
Who did that?
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's now gone right out of my head.
Playboy Buddy Rose.
Yes.
In fact, I'll pull up the photo.
Yes.
I didn't get the reference.
Buddy. Because you know
Here
that he is 217 pounds out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, here we go. Playboy Buddy Rose. And this was his signature T-shirt. I worked hard for this body. Red with the black on there. So
that's beautiful.
Old school Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Portland wrestling. We talk about Portland wrestling all the time.
The Playboy,
We
man.
love the Portland wrestling.
And not last, but certainly not least.
Yes.
There is the...
That's actually the whole...
This is the house brand, folks.
Yes.
NuzBox.
If you can see it.
A NuzBox button.
That's right. We've got...
I like it.
Yeah, we're going to have things coming online. Those new... Well, they're magnets, too. So...
What?
Yeah.
So this is like... see, I am just so impressed with the...
And we're working with the coffee with the curmudgeons one, too.
With the NuzBox R&D department.
I know, right?
They're coming out with stuff, and they've assured me, with the last meeting, we're all sitting around the conference table, and they said, Jason... We want to assure you, this is an ironclad promise that in all our products, we will not use phthalates. And I said,
right.
That is incredible. And I said, oh, by the way, while you're telling me about the phthalates, could you please hand me over that dish of Betty Baker macaroni and cheese, because I'm a tad hungry.
They're also cruelty-free.
Awesome.
Well, maybe a little cruelty.
Well.
Like kind of when you're testing the button. Like when you open it up and you test the button, on a little kid or something. Come here, I want to put this button on you. I need to test to make sure this button works. And you stab. And, it hurts. It's like, oh, sorry, kid.
Well, didn't Nick...
This happened to me in the Boy Scouts all the time. Right. Come on.
Come over here, kid. Let me show you something.
Chop. We'll give you a merit badge for button stabbing.
The stop, drop, and roll merit badge. Yeah, that's a... But, anyway. Nick Lowe did say you got to be cruel to be kind.
That's right.
So in the right measure.
Yeah, no products were tested on innocent animals.
Just me.
Innocent children, not so much.
Just me.
Look.
Yeah.
Children like dogs, and pretty much that was my comment as we were driving over to this nice, fine place. Mm-hmm. I don't know how it came up, but I said, dogs go out and eat their own, this and that, and little kids are about the same. And then I said, they even did a whole commercial about that. Remember?
Dogs and kids.
Get Mikey.
Yep.
Mikey will eat anything.
Yeah.
And
he did.
I mean, if you pour a little sugar on it, you'll eat it. The kids will eat it.
Def Leppard says.
That's right. They don't care.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. This week, Doc's down on little kids. No, I don't know.
Next week's headline.
Not exactly the Ramblin' Rod thing, right. But now we need the vest.
Right.
Now we need to start getting
the cardigan
vests.
Sort of vest.
We're going to get you. You know what?
Yeah.
That's, I think, a Jason Allen NuzBox exclusive. I think we need to get you a vest.
Yeah.
And we need to start putting the buttons on it.
I'll go stand by the boat over there in the corner.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, kids.
Maybe I'll get the red beret out from the freaking Boy Scouts. You gotta wear a beret. Curtis Sliwa. Oh my God, he still wears it too. He's still out there in New York on the radio.
60 something now.
Yeah,
he's wearing his red.
Yeah, he's
beret.
like a radio show host in New York. He's been on there forever.
Don't go on that subway.
You look at his promo photos, and he's still wearing the Guardian Angels gig. It's like, wow.
Curtis.
Dude, you're like, yeah, exactly. You're a middle-aged man dressed like a Subway Scoutmaster. I don't know. I shouldn't be bad. I mean, I guess he's done good stuff. I mean, they guard the Angels. I mean, they guard the subways, and that's a good thing. You want people to not act up.
He just kind of got full of himself, though.
Well, who doesn't, right? It's New York too. Come on, New York.
Yeah.
How can you?
How can you not? Yeah.
We wouldn't be too bad there, actually.
Right.
We'd be full of ourselves. Anyway.
Right.
But no. I mean, they're after we've had problems, we've got all kinds of problems here in Portland. Some people suggested that, well, maybe a little Guardian Angels action over here in Portland. And it's like, maybe, I mean, they're the ones, if you don't know, this was started by this guy, Sliwa, years and years ago in New York, back in the 70s, I think. And this was when, you couldn't ride a subway. You couldn't
the Ed Koch, era where things were
couldn't get on stuff because you'd get mugged, knife point, people would get beaten up, robbed, and all that stuff. So he started this Guardian Angels things with youth kids that would go in and kind of protect the subways. The streets, right? Somebody acts up. It's like, hey, come here, and they do hand-to-hand. They didn't carry weapons because they couldn't, right? No. Yeah. But the cops, the cops should be doing that, but
coincidentally, they're the only ones not packing heat in New York,
Yeah,
so, back in the 70s.
So that's kind of how that happened. And then you become a radio show host. So we're gonna dress up Jason as a quasi
Ramblin' Rod,
Guardian Angel, Tenderloin Scout.
I'm a Tenderloin.
Put buttons all over him.
Yeah.
I like this idea.
Why not?
A little name tag that says Jenkins.
Sure.
Throwbacks.
Why not?
So while we were away, we had a news cycle.
A few of them. Holy cow.
And you just it just doesn't go away, right?
No.
So now we have. I'm trying to figure this out because I'm watching this going, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems to me that nothing illegal has happened.
Cue the Joe Walsh.
But people keep forgetting meetings that they attended that they're supposed to report on or whatever.
It got worse than that. Even this morning, there was another exclusive breaking.
Exclusive. So we're talking about this Donald Trump Jr., right?
Yeah.
And he had a meeting with some lady lawyer, Natalia, and
it's worse than that this morning.
Okay.
They stepped up their game. When you thought it couldn't hit rock bottom, they go a step deeper. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. In that meeting with Don Jr. and the Russian lawyer, find out she wasn't alone. She brought with her a former Soviet counterintelligence officer.
There you go. Now that's confirmed. Is that confirmed?
That is confirmed.
So then there was one person that they didn't know who it was in that meeting, and it turns out former Soviet counterintelligence officer.
NBC broke it this morning.
Well, of course, NBC does.
Yeah.
Does he have a name?
Yes, he does.
Boris Jenkins.
Yes.
Boris Vitalia.
Renat Akhmetshin.
Pavel Chekhov. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
Right. Where are the Wessels?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The nuclear Wessels. Okay, so there's a guy, former. So that's kind of okay. So let's just recap.
Yeah.
There's a meeting now. This is after Trump wins a couple primaries, right?
This was back in June
or July of last year.
About a month.
He won a primary or two.
Yes,
right?
A month prior to the conventions.
And this is Donald Jr.
Don Jr.
I get it. What's the other one? The blonde kid.
Eric
of Bavaria.
He looks very Teutonic, too.
We go to Brew Hall and talk politics, shall we? I'm Eric Trump.
I am part of the Von Trump family singers.
Yes, Doc, you went there. Exactly. So Donald Jr., the dark-haired one.
Yes.
He gets an email.
Uday or Kufe?
Okay, yeah, I know. This is an old Rachel Maddow.
I know.
Chris Matthews or whatever those dingbats.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he gets an email.
Yes.
And here's the other thing. Okay, here's the thing that I think we're wrapping our heads around about this Trump thing.
Yeah.
Miss Universe, right? You're fired, The Apprentice. He's a media guy. Trump, media, right? So all the connections are like, it's an email from a promoter who was with the Miss Universe in Moscow, and then a host and a Russian singer, right?
But it has to do with the singer's dad, though, too. The singer's dad,
who's a financier, Russian oligarch, kind of a folk, right?
Deep ties.
Yeah, you're right. So these are all like kind of show people, entertainment, hoteliers, Las Vegas, kind of, that sort of thing. And this is kind of Trump's world. This is exactly what the family's been up to. And so they go to Russia, they go to Buenos Aires. Who knows? I don't know if they went to Buenos Aires, but New Jersey. I don't know. They do this stuff, right? So these are their friends, right? Their contacts are these media folks. So they're sending an email. And did they send an email saying, hey, you got to talk to this lady because she's got dirt on Clinton? Hillary Clinton? Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Okay. And it was one of these guys, the promoter or the singer and the promoter and the other guy. And they're all Russian. Yeah. But they're all like entertainers, hotel. I don't know.
But the language of one of the emails, when the guy is telling me you got to meet this person, he specifically states because they have information.
Right.
And you know that the Russian government just wants to help you.
Does he? Did they say? See, I didn't read the thing. Does it actually say that the Russian? It actually says in there.
It does.
It says that the Russian government wants it.
Yep.
Like we know that.
Yep.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, because that's interesting. That's a little interesting kind of a thing.
The verbiage of it,
that verbiage is. I mean, if they say if they just come out and go, hey, Jason.
Yeah.
I got dirt on your opponent. And maybe I'm Russian. Maybe you need to kind of disclose that to the authorities and go, hey, I got this Russian guy saying they got dirt. I just want to let you know, authorities.
Yeah.
You could still take the meeting though, right? I mean, because it's campaign. You're like, oh, yeah, sure. You got, like, if someone comes to you and says, I got something on your opponent in politics, what, you're gonna say no? I mean, in a perfect world, with a nice candidate, you would say no. But
Al Gore, that happened to Al Gore.
Yeah.
He was approached and was going to get information about old W.
Yeah.
And what you're told to do and what you're supposed to do is the second you're solicited for information, you're supposed to contact the FBI.
But was it a foreign national? Or was it just someone else?
I don't know about the Gore's case.
Oh, because it's a blackmail thing. It's a blackmail thing, right?
Well,
because it kind of sorts out into that. Because if you get into that blackmail thing, oh boy, you're in trouble now, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like a blackmail. Like somebody could come in and have something on the candidate. Because as soon as you step over that line, blackmail, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
did
you hear about this Virgin Islands representative? This lady who represents Virgin Islands. Now, keep in mind, people see, here's what you learn at the NuzBox.
Right.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes.
What else? I'm missing somebody in there. Is it Guam? No, not Guam.
There's
But they're all kind of represented in our government because they're kind of what we call them, protectorates or something.
Yes.
They're not states.
Right.
They're not, but they're kind of part of the U.S.
They're protectorates, yes.
Protectorates.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Death Stars. I don't know.
Something like that.
But there's a lady who's like a representative, and she represents the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
And her assistant, her high-level assistant, goes, yeah, I'll fix your iPhone for you. You're having iPhone troubles. I'll fix your iPhone. What does he do? Did you hear this one?
Mm-mm.
He goes into her phone. Yeah, finds a lot of private photos that you may not want to share with the folks.
Well, people are laid back down in the Virgin Islands.
Well, still, you don't want to share it.
No.
And fixes her phone, takes the pictures off her phone. See, this is the guy who works for her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's a lawyer too. And then makes email accounts and kind of blackmail. So he's going into the jail. He's going into the prison. That's kind of you don't do that.
Right.
But I don't know. This guy worked for this lady. Poor lady. And she's like, oh, the justice. This is Washington police and all this. Yeah. Blackmail on the phone. Yeah. So, to make sure, first of all, just don't put stuff like that on your phone. No. Really, seriously. Because it can be hacked.
Oh, yeah.
But what was this guy thinking? What's this moron thinking? And he works for this lady.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I guess that was an employee you didn't want to have in your shop.
Right. Oops, he slipped through that.
Which is really weird because I was having problems with the computer and my phone today, and Jason was like, I'll take a look at it, Doc. I can fix it. Let me just take a look at your...
Next thing you
plug it into the USB here and put it down on my...
Next thing you know, there's risque photos of phalates and everything like that. And you're like, hey, how did I get into this situation?
Jason's blackmailing Doc. But anyway, that was a story that broke this week, too, and they prosecuted the guy. And
oh, good. Yeah, we don't.
No, but it's just like, oh man, and there was like a couple of years ago, the famous hacking where all the Hollywood stars got their phones hacked, and whoa, it was like they just put that on the internet, and it's like, and again, first off, it's like, here it is, Doc's rules. First of all, if you don't want to see it out in the public on the internet, don't put it on your phone. No. So don't take that picture.
Yeah,
right?
Do it.
Or wipe it away or whatever. Mm-hmm. So don't do that because it might be out there. That's number one. Rule number one. Mm-hmm. Rule number two would be if you don't want to see it out there published, don't put it in an email.
Yeah, that's not probably wise.
Like, hey, we've got dirt on your opponent, Hillary Clinton, and all this stuff. So anyway, so they meet with this lady, and this was the interesting thing because she's got nothing. Like she got nothing, and the whole story.
That's what they say.
Well, the whole story was that she. Okay, so this is a long thing. People in the United States adopting kids from Russia.
Yeah.
Orphans. That's a thing.
Yeah.
People have done that. I've known people who were like, oh, yeah, and there's a whole thing. I don't want to get into that because, boy, there's a whole adoption thing about that. And race, by the way.
Google it.
Yeah, there's a whole thing.
A lot.
Now, I've known people who were very successful business people, single and stuff, and would adopt kids from other countries.
Sure.
Because they wanted to share their success with kids that, I knew a woman, had a coworker, woman, beautiful, wonderful woman. Mm-hmm. And she was, in the process of adopting some kids from somewhere, and obviously she had a good job. She was successful. She was smart. She wanted to have kids. She wanted to, share. But anyway, so the Russian, and then something about, we sanctioned the people, in Russia for doing things. Whatever it is that we
doing
sanction.
naughty things.
Well, it's Putin, right? It's like Putin did this and that and the other thing, and so we sanctioned those people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow along, and then what happened was that then Putin sanctioned the whole thing with the adoptions and shut that down as retaliation. If I have that story correct,
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so then what happened was that this lady has been trying to do something with this. I don't know. God, it's so convoluted.
It is.
She's representing these people who were sanctioned or whatever. And so then she says she wants to talk about the adoptions and the sanction, and then the Trump guys got bored and left.
Right. But that's if you're taking at face value. I have a hard time taking at face value from a guy in a campaign that literally lies 74.8% of the time. And then we find out, by the way, she brought with her a former Russian, counter intelligence officer. And then, oh yeah, but Trump didn't know anything about it. No, he had no idea about it.
Right.
But 2 days, literally 2 days before the meeting, he's at a campaign stop and he looks right into the camera and says, "Folks,
we did have that.
Monday of next week, I'm going to be coming out with a huge bombshell about the Clinton campaign and how dirty they are."
Yeah. I remember that. We remember that.
Yeah.
It was like we got something, and then it was like, "What do you got?" And then it was like nothing or whatever. I don't know.
So when people say there's nothing going on, there's no collusion. There is collusion, folks.
But the other thing is, I don't know. But the other thing was that Trump Jr. He's not part of the administration. He's a caretaker of the business.
Right.
But the Trump Jr. thing was the Jared Kushner. That guy. Don Kushner was in the meeting. With he was talking about rock concerts.
Him and Manafort.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's Friday. Jared Kushner was in this meeting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Jared Kushner is a official part of the administration, whereas Don Jr. is not. Right. And so the important thing there was
Manafort was there too. And remember, at that point, Manafort is the campaign manager.
Yeah. But Kushner was there, and so that's another thing. And really, it all comes down to they have to disclose, put out these forms.
Yeah.
Who did they meet with? Foreign nationals, foreign people, and they keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, we met with that lady. Oh, and maybe they. I don't know. Maybe they forgot. Maybe it was a nothing burger. I don't know. But everyone's jumping on it, and of course, the Democrats. Everyone's jumping on it. So
but I think
it doesn't look good.
No, it looks horrible.
The big thing. Well, okay. So the one thing I'm missing here is over the weekend, as the story was unfolding.
Yeah.
Didn't Don Jr. say, "Oh no," or didn't say something, or "No, I never met with the people"? But then he changes his story later, like on the Twitter and all that. That's always the problem when you change your story. Now that you remind me of that.
Right. There's a term for that, and it's called rolling disclosure. Mm-hmm. It's when you first deny something, and then when you're caught red-handed about it, you say, "Well, yeah, but," and then after that, when they catch you at something else, it's "yeah, but," and you eventually, it's like pulling teeth, right? You eventually cough up the whole story. And the emails themselves, even without just taking the emails at face value, it's pretty transparent,
right?
In fact, his quote was when they said, "Hey, we want to meet you. We want you to meet with this lady because she's got dirt on Clinton." His exact verbatim quote was, "I love it."
Yeah.
You can't.
Anyway, God, we're running this in the ground.
Folks,
so that's
if you want to look at it, get on the Google, turn on your TV for gosh sakes, or pick up a newspaper.
No, don't turn on, because they'll just be like, Fox will feed you their one side.
True.
MSNBC, sorry folks, they'll feed you their side, which is just it's just like CNN. Oh my God. CNN, why are they even a network anymore? Anderson Cooper, go get your own podcast and shut that thing down. I'm sorry, I don't like the lot of them because they're all so slanted with their agendas, and partially the agenda is the whole neocon thing. I saw a nice little headline somewhere in the Facebook that somebody said, "Oh, the country that can't afford universal health care is just spending another $405 billion on the F-35 because that fighter plane is overpriced, over budget, over problems." Right? Think about that, folks. Think about that.
Well, you can change that T-shirt because this morning they just canned a whole bunch of teen pregnancy programs.
Yeah.
So
we don't need them, but we do need aircraft carriers and F-35s.
Yeah.
For what? To make a war? Yeah. Because that's what you do with that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's my issue. That's why I'm like that's why I sound like a crackpot, but that's why I'm kind of anti-mainstream media, because I feel that all those companies have advertisers that play into those big industries, and they push all this, and in the meantime they want you to fight amongst yourselves.
Right.
while this is all going on up here. That's the whole thing. Like, preoccupy yourself with fighting amongst yourselves. Fight amongst yourself who's got this or that or this appropriation, this privilege, that. All, just average American people infighting. Fight.
Yeah.
So you don't pay attention to what's really going on in the real power, the real stuff that bothers you. And that's what I think the media, those cable channels have all become. They're just, and what are the most popular things on those cable channels? Like when you watch a Chris Matthews or a Fox and Friends or any of them, Equal or whatever, the CNN, maybe it's Anderson Cooper or whatever. It's always like 10 people in a box screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Now. That's all it is. That's not news. That's not even political debate. It's just people screaming at each other, not doing analysis, not doing, it's like, oh, we got to, and it started back, and all it does is to preoccupy people while real stuff is happening in the world, And
it's the classic disrupt to distract.
And the major political parties aren't helping it either.
Nope.
They're right in there with it.
Nope.
Because you need the money. It's all about the money. American politics is all about the money now. It's not even, you could say, well, I don't know, historically, Doc, it always has been, hasn't it? But it sounded like Tom Brokaw there for a minute.
Right.
The greatest generation, Doc.
That's right.
But anyway, but still, there was always kind of like, and there was a time when the press seemed to be able to, garner a, what do you want to say, an audience by being able to push back against power.
Yeah, Murrow against McCarthy.
Yeah.
Cronkite on occasion would be, of course, Cronkite was a little different. He was like the stern but fair grandpa. You knew that you were going to get the straight poop from, right?
And I know I sound like people are just, but I see it. I see people on my Facebook and stuff, and they'll post something about the, this and that, and I'm like, why? You're just infighting. You're not push. It was always like, what do they call it? Push up, punch up.
Punch up, don't punch down.
Don't
right.
punch down.
Yeah.
I think America's punching down, or at least punching laterally. That's the problem I see right now with political discourse, with the media, folks, the corporate media, not the podcast. Now, see, you got the people, crazy pants people like us on the podcast that we can do, and you can get all kinds of crazy pants stuff on podcasts.
Right.
Of course, the media is like, oh, don't listen to those podcasts. Those are the crazy pants people. Well, maybe they are. But at the same time, you can use your brain to filter that and know that.
Yeah.
And pick and choose. Most important thing is, I've always said this, go take your orientation, take your political, how you're oriented, go to the opposite end of the media spectrum and go watch that.
Right. See what's going on over there.
Don't sit, especially today in 2017, don't sit in your bubble with the bubble people and all just go back and forth and confirm your ideas each and you're strong in your ideas, you're strong in your convictions. Good. Go take that and go look at what the opposite people are saying, and then either reinforce or refine your political arguments. I don't know. I'm on a soapbox on
Bam.
Friday.
There you go.
Was that sucked, didn't it?
No, not really.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
The
the whole lateral infighting is killing me.
Yeah.
It's just like I see it every day. You see it on and that Facebook is a problem. Hey, we're here broadcasting. Right. But that's a problem too, because it kind of helps that along. People, Twitter, Facebook, back and forth. Hey, Jason, no. Oh, you're wrong. Dude,
yeah, I mean, I have my own theories and philosophies on it. And
does it involve the lizard people?
It all does in the end.
And the Greys.
It comes down to it all comes down to Roswell, really.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Even David Lynch is getting on that bag. Oh yeah,
really?
Twin Peaks. Oh, there's some
interesting.
Because there's a lot of mystical, weird stuff that's involved in that Twin Peaks.
Oh, hey, you know what's this weekend, don't you?
Twin Peaks.
Well, also Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. See, I never.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I never watched the Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah,
I know
yeah.
people say it's good. Now it's into like
Yeah.
season 37 or something. So it's
Yeah,
like one of
pretty
those
close,
that
54.
it would be really hard for me to. It's like the Breaking Bad or whatever. It's like I can't really pick this up because it's so. You have to do a thing where this thing's so
I think
long.
they're entering their 7th season, I think.
But you have to do a thing where you go, how about we select, like in Star Trek, for example. I'll make a Star Trek. If you watch a Star Trek series.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can basically say, look, maybe 1 or 2 episodes from the first season or second season, but you can kind of table that. Let's get off into season 3 or season 4, because usually in a Star Trek series, that's when all the story arcs and the stuff really, everything comes together and the characters, and you're like, oh, this is important. This is good stuff. It hits its stride. See, I need that for like your Game of Thrones or for your Breaking Bad or whatever,
Right?
Because it would be like you can't. Who has time to watch a
that's true, but
series? Season 1.
some people, they binge it.
I know. Yeah, see, and I just but that's a lot to binge, is what I'm trying to say.
I've been binging House of Cards.
Game of Thrones is how many that's a lot of seasons.
I want to say 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I want to say 7.
That's a lot. That's a lot of content.
But
I know it's good. I know. Friends who were like, it's a really good show.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can only jump on so many shows.
No, that's very true. There's shows I'm like, oh man, I want to see, but then I have to get caught up on other stuff, and there just ain't enough hours in the day.
I have to say that is the interesting thing about the Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Because it's a new, return to Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And you can't binge watch it. It's not on Netflix. It's not like House of Cards where we drop the whole season and you can watch it. It is a weekly show. It's unfolding every week.
That's smart, man.
So So every week people have to watch the new episode. I mean, after it's over, you'll be able to binge watch it. But it's pretty brilliant. So it's like back to the old TV. It's like, what happens now? Is Game of Thrones like that too? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go.
One a week, and like that. Of course, it's
I'm
because
used
they're
to House of Cards. Like when House of Cards dropped, it's like here's the whole series.
Orange is the New Black. They dropped the whole season, bam, and there you go.
That's the Netflix way.
But
that's the Netflix way.
Right. Game of Thrones, though, of course, is HBO.
You bring one episode.
That's right.
We bring a whole season. That's the Netflix way.
That's right.
Oh dear Lord. Anyway. You're getting alarms?
It's a news. I got a news aggregator, and when something pops off, it lets me know.
Well, so Trump, he was at the G20, and then and then now with all this week he splits and goes to Paris, France.
Bastille Day.
Oh, Bastille Day. I wonder, does Rush do a special like?
Ooh. Yeah. See, that would be
to Bastille Day.
That would be
anyway.
That would be my version of it. Yeah.
And now 2112.
Put Geddy Lee in like a tricorn hat.
Yeah, exactly. So he's over there at Bastille Day. We don't have to get into the history of Bastille Day.
No.
Was that the guillotine? There's a lot of guillotine action in Bastille Day.
That's
storming the Bastille and then beheading.
Beginning of the Russian Revolution, man.
French, man.
Yeah.
Those French. Did they
don't lose your head?
Did they pour the wine out or is that the revolution? That was the revolution.
That was the tea.
When they poured but they poured the wine out. Remember they poured all the wine out on the street.
Did they?
And the wine. Isn't it a scene from Tale of Two Cities where he talks about the blood and the wine mixing in the streets of France. Back when the French were, I don't know, not.
Bastille Day.
You get a little crazy over there in France. French are a little crazy. They've always
been. That's the way they roll.
So anyway, he's over there hanging out with Macaroon.
Macaroon. Macron.
Yeah, I was going to say something really nasty, and I'm not going to go there.
No,
I'm not going to go there. Nope. And I have no standing on that too, having been in. Those kind of relationships with an age difference.
Sure.
Vive la différence.
Vive la France.
So he's over there, and they're hanging out, and there's all this tension between Trump Macron, but now it's like they're making nice.
Well,
they're making French kissy.
Well,
They're doing that. They're doing that. Oh, do they do that to Trump? Oh man.
Oh, the double cheek. Yeah.
I love that. You're now in the French Legion. Let me kiss you. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Where the guys are like, you know?
I don't know.
The double cheek kiss thing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting.
You know, we don't. We do not do that in America. Let me tell you, it's a handshake and a sidearm.
Nowadays, it's not even a handshake. Nowadays, it's just the nod. Mm-hmm. Hey, meet so and so. Guy's like.
Well, last time they met, these guys, right? They had this big handshake, right, where the guy. Macron, president of France,
he came prepared.
Hung on to the hand there. Woohoo!
Trump was going to do the old patented Trump pump, and Macron, he it was like playing. It was like playing mercy, you know. Yeah. They're like, come on, last one to flinch.
I just imagine that they they have a meeting and they have staff. So Trump's got his chief of staff, whoever is Flynn there. I don't know, right? They did. It's here's the first lady. Here's this. Here's the chief of staff. Here's I don't know Priebus. Who knows? You travel with an entourage, and then Macron has his chief of staff, right? He'll have the defense minister or whatever. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I don't know, but who shows up for these things? But it's a staff. It's a cadre. It's a posse. It's a group.
An entourage.
And Macron is like, now I will, my head of national security, Inspector Jacques Clouseau.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's French.
Please, right?
Yeah.
And then you got a little Peter Sellers with the act. They're standing next to like what would be like the armor, right? The right from the medieval times.
Right, yeah.
The full armor, and of course Clouseau trips, and the axe comes down and almost hits Trump. You know, and the Secret Service is running around, and then the helmet comes off and goes on the first lady, and it's let me help you with that, right? And then mayhem ensues, and it's a Pink Panther movie.
That is a movie I want to see.
I know, right?
This is great.
Come on, I love the Pink Panther movies.
Oh yeah,
I love the Peter Sellers, the Inspector Clouseau, the mayhem. Because there was always something that would happen, right? And it always involved like medieval armor or whatever in these French villas and.
He leans up against a tapestry, and next thing you know, there's a house fire going on.
Exactly. And he's trying to always put it out. He's always trying to figure out, I'm sorry, Mr. President.
How did his boss, right, the guy that's always turning red.
Dreyfus.
Yeah, how in the heck did he not stroke out after a meeting?
He did, though.
Did he?
Did. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember him stroking out. I just remember him being
Pink
like...
Panther 3 or 4, he goes to the insane asylum. It's beautiful. And then he turns it... Yeah. Oh, my God. That whole story arc of his boss is Dreyfus, played by... I can't remember the actor's name, but he was a great actor. Louis... Oh boy, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know the people on the Facebook will say he's a great actor, Dreyfus. Yeah,
I need to watch those movies again. It's been years.
By about the fourth or fifth one, he's visiting Dreyfus in the insane asylum because he's driven his boss insane. I mean, come on, it's Inspector Clouseau.
Didn't he have like a house guy?
Cato.
You're right, and I remember one of the movies he's hiding above the four-poster bed for him. And next thing you know, hijinks ensue.
Cato. Who's basically he's kind of like modeled after Cato from the Green Hornet,
right? Yeah.
That's Bruce Quang.
I love that.
It plays Cato, and Cato. He gives because Chief Inspector, he's got to be like on guard.
Yeah, he's a judo master.
Well, you never know when you're going to get attacked by the enemy, right?
Yeah.
Inspector Clouseau is concerned with this, so he instructs his guy Cato to surprise attack him so that they can he can stay on top of the element of surprise, right?
Keep him on his toes.
Yeah. And so Cato's always like attacking Inspector Clouseau in the weird, odd situation. So that would be like Trump and he's trying to pull the armor, what do you call it? The knight armor off of the First Lady's head.
Right.
And at that point, Cato comes out and it's like, hey, runs out, does a jump dive into Trump, the First Lady. The Secret Service is beside themselves. They're running around. And all you hear is, Kato, not now, Kato, not now.
I always love when he would attack him, right? He goes home and he's had a hard day, Inspector Clouseau, and then here comes Kato, and he goes, after they, end it, it's always like, oh, Kato, you naughty man.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
You snuck up on me that time, Kato.
Yeah, it's Kato.
Oui.
So this is kind of how I would look to have seen the meet and greet go in Paris with Macron, the Trump administration, and one Chief Inspector Clouseau.
Yes.
Right?
Well, that's an SNL skit ready to go right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Give it to him right there.
Bam.
Boom. Right there.
Yeah.
It's like...
Center Live, you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
We're here to help.
All right, so that's Trump's visit to France, and they'll be cleaning that up.
To the City of Lights. Yes.
Yeah, Paris. What else is going on out there in the world?
Boy.
I mean, there's there's the usual tragedy and death and all that. Oh, okay. National news story that broke yesterday. Mm-hmm. And you knew, we had two national stories, and I think I saved both of them. But this one, yeah, it's right on the front of Google News today. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we could show the picture. It's really effing gross, but people have seen this. Yesterday, on an Oregon highway, Highway 30, I believe, which is out the coastway, I think. I think. Or maybe not, but anyway, I think it was Highway 30. Who knows? The Oregon State Police, they have a Twitter account. They have social media, and they're active on social media. Right? Stuff like, hey, avoid this. We've got a thing going on. This highway is closed. It's helpful to follow your authorities. Yeah. Right? There's something going on. We've shut this freeway down or whatever. Okay. Yeah. That's good to know. Good to know. Well, they tweeted out an accident on the highway yesterday, and people this was going on the social media, and you just looked at this and you knew this is going to hit the front page of Google News, which it is right now. 7,500 pounds of live eels spill onto Oregon highway coasts, coat cars in slime.
That's awesome.
That is CBS News. And what the Oregon State Police did is they were on Twitter, and they responded to the scene of this accident. And, of course, they took some photographs, and they posted it on their Twitter account. And this whole thing went viral on Facebook and Twitter. What people are describing as an apocalyptic scene. Literally. A truck, a seafood truck carrying seafood, overturned on the highway, and a couple other cars were involved. I think this one car is like a Prius or whatever, one of these kind of nice brand new cars, silver car. Luckily, everyone's okay. Everyone survived, so that's good. But when this truck overturned, it spilled out thousands of pounds of slimy live eels all over the roadway and all over the car. And the one picture was of this poor car that was involved in this accident with the driver side door open. Yeah. That it looks like Ghostbusters. It's literally covered in slime and eels. Now, we're calling these eels, they are actually hagfish. That's what they're called. Okay. They're called hagfish. But they look like eels. Yeah. They are an ancient, nasty fossil fish. I mean, this is not like a bony fish or whatever. No. They've been around for several million years on the planet Earth. Mm-hmm. They are essentially a boneless worm with nasty teeth that look like something straight out of the Alien movie. Well, like not the front teeth. They don't have jaws. They just have dual layers of sucker teeth, of giant nasty teeth, and then spindly little spikes. They have no eyes, by the way. This animal looks like an Alien movie. This is like, oh yeah, I saw that in Alien, but this is an actual. People know the hagfish. It's no bones, no jaws, and what they're known for. Is they take their teeth and they burrow into an animal and eat their insides out. So this is a fine, lovely animal,
right?
And you can see these. You can see these if you go down. We talked about the Bonneville and the fish the other day.
Yeah,
you can actually see they're around there. You know,
right.
And they attach on to
I
things.
think
They're
also
really nasty.
The aquarium on the coast too has.
And their defense mechanism. Yeah. Jason, is a strong mucus slime.
What? I thought that was my defense mechanism.
No, this is the hagfish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So not only do you have these nastiest of creatures that look like something out of a horror movie.
They're spitting snot at you.
They're spitting snot all over the place. They're just swimming in mucus.
I hate when that happens.
And a truck full of these things overturns on the highway, gets in an accident, basically pours this stuff over this poor driver's car. And as someone pointed out, how would you like to have the day where you're the driver in this car and you have to get out of your car for this accident covered in nasty live eels with nasty things and slime.
And snot. Yeah, that's not pretty. Poor guy, he's just going down to the coast.
It's horrible. This is the most horrible thing. Yeah. And, of course, a lot of commentary went viral. And the first tweet at the Oregon State was KATU News actually said, is there any reason why this truck was carrying all these nasty animal species in this truck? And they basically said they're sending them to Korea.
Wow.
Delicacy in Korea.
Wow.
So someone in Korea didn't get their nasty sushi. Now, I used to eat the fish sushi. I eat the veggie sushi now because I'm vegan. We all know that. But I used to enjoy the sushi back before I was vegan. The eel would never touch that crap. Ooh, ooh, the eel. Ugh.
Doesn't even sound good.
No, that one. No. Yeah, you know, I tried that, but not the eel. No. You keep your eel there.
So that's where you draw the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't, but oh man, like there's this one picture here just of the roadway. Okay, folks, turn away from your show. This is a warning. We're giving you as someone said, an eel trigger warning, folks. There's no joke. You can turn away. We're going there.
We're going there.
There's just one picture of the roadway, Jason.
Oh, yeah, that's not pretty.
Just slime and nasty eel snake things.
That's a whole lot of snot.
Oh my God,
that is a whole lot of snot.
But of course, it went viral. So obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But the car, this is. I mean, this is going to be like again.
Oh, look at that!
Turn away, folks.
Oh,
there's this poor person's car who was involved in the incident. Oh. Literally, the entire car. It looked like it was rear-ended and slimed.
All that viscous goo.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jeez. Again, proof that we are at the end times.
Right, folks.
This was. Go get your book of Revelation. Open it. Read it.
Yeah.
And I believe trucks full of hagfish and slime.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
usher in the coming of the Antichrist.
You know, we've hit the seventh seal when people are getting slimed by eels, man.
Yeah. I mean, and people were talking about this and saying that
deep.
They were like, making references to Ghostbusters and whatnot. And then there's a video that I didn't even watch because I already got my fill of the hagfish, of the bulldozer coming along and bulldozing this stuff off the road.
Yeah.
And then people are like, well, now what are you going to do? I mean, they're live. But, me being a vegan and being very in tune with the animal world, this isn't, I don't know. This is not the
The wildlife have to deal with that
this is
now.
not the wildlife that you want to bring home to mom. You know, this isn't a bunny rabbit or your pet dog or cat. This is a nasty nightmare of a species that was so successful being a nightmare of a species that it's been around for a few million years. Like, hey, we really don't have much of a brain. We've got these dual sets of nasty teeth.
Yeah.
We're
here to suck your innards out.
We could be in a movie.
Yeah.
And you know, we have no bones, so you know.
Yeah.
And people in Korea eat them.
Go figure.
Well, I thought this would be perfect. I thought, well, ship them to Kim Jong-un.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's how we're going to bring down North Korea. We're not going to level them with nukes. No. We're going to send them eels. I like it.
Anyway, so yeah. So that was your eel, your big game eel story of the, that was harsh. That was yesterday. I'm trying to look here what my saved items were, because there was another thing too that I know that happened. That also went kind of viral, like as if you know 1 day, 2 days. But that you just can't make a story like that up. And my only comment when I posted the story on the internet and shared it, like everyone did, like I said, it went viral. Mm-hmm. My only comment was, in quotes, "So, how was your day?" Like the poor person who came home to the family, you know, it definitely would be one of those. You know, I kind of had a rough day. The coffee maker went out, so we had to go out of our way, go down to Starbucks, get some coffee. You know, how was your day? Oh, nothing. Just driving on the highway, got in an accident, truck overturned, and spilled a bunch of mucus slime eels all over my car.
It happens.
No big.
Yeah.
Whew. Life choices.
Just another manic Monday.
This isn't viral, but it is just weird. John Cage. You know the collective works of John Cage? Do you? No. The avant-garde composer of great history.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wrote one of John Cage's famous hits is called 4 minutes, 33 seconds. One of his most famous hits. Like if you look up, what's the one John Cage piece of modern classical music that you remember? 4 minutes, 33 seconds.
There you go.
It is a piece of music where a piano player sits down at the piano. It's like getting ready to play this John Cage 4 minutes, 33 seconds. Ready?
Yeah.
Sits down.
And that's it?
4 minutes, 33 seconds.
That's beautiful.
There it is. So apparently on YouTube, a heavy death metal group covered John Cage's 4 minutes, 33 seconds. I have not watched this. Maybe we should just pull this up.
Yeah.
Let's just take a look here. This is, I thought this was brilliant. I was like, of course. There they are. We do have the sound turned up, by the way. Mm-hmm. There they are. They're getting ready. I'm not sure. We have to see who this band is. They look good. Oh, they look like look, he's got a beard. He's got long hair. Mm-hmm. This guy looks like they got good equipment. Yep. He's got an Explorer and kind of is that like a BC Rich? Oh, that's a nice bass. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
These guys look pretty good. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Here we go. We do have the sound up. Yeah. Yeah, the sound is up. John Cage, 4 minutes, 33 seconds, death metal cover by Dead Territory. This is Dead Territory, Jason.
This
is on YouTube. Name. You can look it up. Okay, when is the song? Are we starting it? Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. Well, now they're playing music, so I'm not sure. There it is. Wow, this is good. This is one of the better versions I've heard.
Yeah. That's really in the pocket. Look at that.
Really tight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta say, I mean, first of all, usually, again, like I said, usually I see 4 minutes 33 seconds like a pianist or something sitting there.
Yeah.
But to coordinate this and have the entire band
Takes talent.
doing this 4 minutes 33 seconds,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Well, we won't play the entire thing, but I just thought I'd share that with the band, with the people. John Cage's 4 minutes 33 seconds, covered by death metal group Dead. What was it? Dead Territory?
Yeah.
Is that what we called them?
Dead Territory.
No, we'll have to look them up. There you go.
Excellent.
You know, it's a Friday when we're featuring death metal bands playing 4 minutes 33 seconds.
Death metal bands need love too, you know.
I know. I thought we were going to have. So now every death metal band that we end up interviewing, I'll have to say.
Do John Cage's 4 minutes. Yeah.
What's your version of John Cage's? Are you as good as Dead Territory? Because I think not. I have some other stuff saved up here, so bear with me. Well, as both Jason and yes,
I do have a story.
That's good.
This comes out of the website Fast Company.
Yes.
They're
a reputable kind of startup-ish thing.
They're released a study done by some climatologists talking about all the places that will be underwater due to climate change.
Yeah.
And folks, it is not pretty. Basically, I guess you can boil it down to kiss Florida goodbye.
Well, yeah.
It becomes just one vast water park.
But I mean, yeah, that's been going on for a while though. The Florida.
What about that? What was that huge iceberg up in Antarctica?
I was just going to say we had that iceberg. Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
And there was a good article. Oh, I know what the other one was too. A little slight debunking here on your news cycle.
Okay.
There's this big ice shelf. What do they say? The size of Rhode Island? Is that what they say? I think they compare it to like the size of, I want to say Rhode Island, whatever. It's big. It's on Antarctica. It's an ice shelf. It's a shelf that goes to the ocean.
Yeah.
And this crack has developed, and the crack is going to crack, and then they're worried that it's going to break off and be an iceberg. Well, it did that. It actually did that today. It broke off now, according to the scientists. Now, the thing about this is, first of all, when you read, and I read a very reputable place here, is they said, yeah, actually, this happens. Now, the thing is this is a real big one, okay? And this is Los Angeles Times. So, Antarctica shed a block of ice the size of Delaware. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But scientists think the real disaster could be decades away. Okay. So, according to Los Angeles Times, 2,400 square mile mass of ice, the Larsen C ice shelf. Now, it has shed other pieces of this ice shelf before. This one's real big. And here's the thing. That crack, it's kind of been... and this Larsen Ice Shelf does this. Since like the 1890s, they've been recording this down in Antarctica, okay? And the crack was first, the original crack that's been developing here, that's been breaking off, it was recorded first in the 1960s. This isn't a thing that just, sometimes you read these articles and it sounds like, oh my God, 6 months ago this crack developed and this thing's flying off the Antarctica. No. That's not how... continental iceberg, you don't just crack one of these things off. This has been developing since the 60s. And what it is I think the stuff melts underneath, and then it cracks off and goes off. So what they're worried about, and the whole climate change thing is, that the Larsen ice shelf that has birthed, so to speak, this big giant iceberg, which is not uncommon.
Right.
These things do slide off of this ice shelf and go out there. It's just this one they've been looking at, and it's real big. But what they're saying is that they're worried that it will weaken the ice shelf and that more of this stuff will break off.
Right. Yeah.
And the story that you get in the popular media is that when this happens, it raises the sea level and all that stuff. The Antarctica scientists in the Los Angeles Times are saying, no. There's no sea level rise with this. Decades from now, if we keep breaking more of this stuff off and everything, yes, sea level may rise. But they're like, it's already been accounted for. This isn't raising. That is according to the Los Angeles Times, not known as a very conservative newspaper, by the way. But I'll kind of buy that they interviewed these Antarctica scientists that kind of explained it away. In other news, and I was trying to pull this up, I want to talk about this because this is another one that was widely reported. In fact, you sent this to me. Chinese scientists teleport something out to space and back. Okay, here's the deal. This is when we talk about the quantum entanglement. And Gizmodo had a great story about this. I'm trying to... I should pull it up. I can give you a summary, though. It's not... The headlines are super misleading, okay? And literally the headlines I'm reading is teleport a particle into space, and it's like there was no particle that was teleported into space. That is complete. This is not Star Trek. Right. We're not actually teleporting something. They're using quantum entanglement of photons to read the information of a particle in space that is entangled with one on Earth. You're reading the information about the particle. You are not actually moving something back and forth. This is more about, the story is more about super encryption that cannot be broken. And also communication, like instantaneous communication. Yeah. That's what it's about. This is not Scotty going in the transporter. So if you read these headlines and you go, hold on, they teleported something. No, calm down. That's not how the science works. Remember, in quantum, we have entangled particles. When you observe one, the state, you can see the state of the other one. And then there's actually, Gizmodo does a good thing about colored balls in a bag. Which kind of explains kind of theoretically how you figure out, is it a red ball? Is it a green ball? Read the Gizmodo article. This guy tries to break it down. You know, this quantum stuff is not easy to wrap your head around. He breaks it down to how kind of you can think about it. How does this work? And it's all mathematical anyway. So unless you know the math of quantum, And
rest assured, I do not.
Right. You have to figure out, colored balls and observe the ball, and then you infer that, that one there is also green, right? That sort of thing. So that's what they did. And the other thing about this is that I did note is, now this is off into space. They've done this experiment before. Through lasers and fiber optics in the lab, right? Because fiber optics is a medium. You can shoot photons with lasers. So this has been done before. I remember when they did the breakthrough in the lab where they said, hey, we did this quantum entanglement thing. Look, we can read it. This one, they're actually doing it off into space, which is pretty crazy to go that distance. But it's not incredibly accurate. It takes a lot of experiments. Like it's like 5% of the, we did it, 10,000 times, and 5% of the time we got it, So that's kind of interesting. I did not know that. But it's not easy. Like they lose the information along the way. But when it works, it works. So it's a big breakthrough. Again, it proves a theoretical fact about this entanglement, which I think we talked about the other day. It's like, it's crazy stuff out there. But the whole like headline where they were like
shooting particles.
No. Come on, media. See, this is why. I was
all ready to get transported, man.
See, this is why. Well, okay. So, how does the transporter work on Star Trek?
Ooh,
right.
Well, it beams. Takes your energy. Beams you in a different sort of frequency of energy and transports you somewhere else, and then reconstitutes that frequency and energy, right? But
how do we know exactly how that transporter works? Because There's a guy who wrote a famous. I think it's a philosophical paper more than a physics paper, but wrote, I want to say this is 70s or 80s. This guy wrote this famous paper, you can look it up, about the Star Trek Transformer, where he makes the case that every time you, Jason, step into the Transformer in Star Trek, right? Yeah. Jason, beam down to the planet. Bring some tricorders and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Captain Kirk, right?
And Krispy Kremes.
That's right, okay.
Uh-huh.
Right, you're going to go down there. So we get you in the transporter. Scotty does the 3 faders. You sort of disintegrate.
Ooh.
And then you reappear down on the planet.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. But is that really Jason? Because did we just slice you apart and murder you in the transporter, then beam your information down to the planet and reconstitute you with the matter and energy? And now you're a clone. You're Jason the clone. Okay. You're not that Jason the transporter in the transporter. We killed that Jason. We just cloned you down on the planet through the transporter.
That is interesting.
This is an actual paper, actual academic paper that someone wrote about the idea. I mean, sure, you could look it up.
Yeah.
Some of us geeks would read and be like, oh, wow, yeah, that's a good point, right?
Yeah, but based on that, remember, though, the whole Michael Crichton book timeline was based on that theory that when you transported someone either through time or space,
right,
you were basically whacking that version, and your other version would show up at whatever.
Yeah, that's essentially the transporter conundrum, or whatever they call it, is that you're actually not. Yeah. This is, and so the conclusion is, why would anyone in the Star Trek universe walk into a transformer? Because you're instantly going to get sliced up and killed, and then a replication of you is going to show up somewhere else and live.
Well, the guys in the red jerseys, they're the last to know anything. Jenkins, get into there. We're going to transport you. Next thing you know,
that's right.
But Crichton had this conundrum with this. Is his basic position on this was that the more times you did this, the more times you were reconstituted, whatever, you were basically weakening your whatever DNA, whatever it is, until one time you would. Show up on another planet and you're inside out or whatever, right? And it's interesting. Folks, if you want to know more about it, you can watch the movie Timeline. Just go on Netflix, It's stars the guy that Paul, he was in the Fast and Furious movies, passed away.
Oh, yeah, Paul, yeah, that guy.
Paul, but it's interesting. The book's way better, though, if you want to catch time, read the book.
I just went to the philosophyforums.com and philosophically, you do not have a login, so you cannot view this discussion. It's thanks, philosophers.
Wow, they boxed you out.
Yeah. But it's a famous thing. I don't know if Crichton pulled from this or was one of the originators of this, but this is exactly a discussion that someone started. And it's Star Trek, right? It makes you think. You're like, hey, wait a minute there. We need to analyze this. But here's the thing. Yeah. When we're talking about this entanglement and we're beaming the information, because it's the information. We're like, ooh, same. Information here. And we're talking about photons, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of lends itself to this transformer idea that we kind of image all of Jason's information and then manifest it over here. But it's not really a Jason.
No.
That's someone else. And then, dude.
What about consciousness?
What about consciousness?
All right. I'm not even going to go to the religious aspect of the soul or whatever that is or is not.
This is exactly why the philosophers brought this question up out there in the world of academia.
Yeah.
This is exactly why. Because here's the thing. You're Jason, right?
At least for the moment.
You got the wife and kids. You guys are on the Galaxy class, Star Trek Enterprise D.
Yeah.
Because you can bring your wife and kids on the Enterprise D, remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, Wesley
Crusher. Yeah, the families.
Sure.
And so, you know, the family's there. You're a low-level astrophysicist tech. Maybe you're like working the space science or what. I don't know. What would you do?
I work in the gift shop.
Oh, dude. Jason, that's a perfect job. That's your. I could see you walk in and it'd be like, "Hey, Jason, I wanted to get the. Do we have the Enterprise D Christmas ornament from a?
Ooh.
Actually, we do. Hallmark 300-year edition.
Right. Yeah.
Because we all had that, right? You had the little Star Trek.
Yeah.
Hallmark. Anyway, sure. Captain Picard plushie.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
Talking Mr. Data. Kind of like G.I. Joe,
of course.
Where you had the cord, you pull it out.
Except the one that I have in the gift shop's a little different. It's called a Tickle Me Data. You know.
Tickle Me Data.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the gift shop.
Yeah.
Then why the hell would you get in the transporter for the away team? Now we have another conundrum.
Yeah,
we need a
true.
mission specialist.
Well, listen, if you're going down to a planet, right? Mm-hmm. You're going down to a planet, and you got to talk to the aliens. I mean, you got to send them trinkets, right? So where are you going to get the trinkets? The gift shop.
Good point.
And I'm there with my beads. Hey, you want to watch? You know, with my overcoat on.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking something archaeology gift shop, but I like yours better.
Yeah.
Here,
Ferengi, take some beads.
Stardate 17101. I'm Captain Picard and Mr. Worf, and I have beamed down to the Class M planet of Schmigalacto, where the Federation is making first contact. We have brought down our gift shop.
Ensign Jenkins.
Gift shop specialist, Ensign Jason Allen Jenkins, who will be bringing down the prerequisite Federation trinkets. And,
right. You get the Federation mug.
Yes, that's
right.
They have those. We could buy. I need some.
Ferengi plushie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm there.
Welcome to the Federation. We know you are a Class M planet. We want you to join the Federation. And don't talk to the Klingons. And this is Mr. Ensign Jenkins Allen with your Federation cup and saucer.
Yeah. I'm bringing swag down.
But you got to beam down, though.
Well, I got to beam down. I got to also beam down all my stuff.
Okay. Well, the stuff we don't care about,
right?
Because the stuff, the coffee cup doesn't have a soul.
Inanimate objects, right?
Or does it? Oh boy. Whew. Let's not wrap our head around that one this Friday on July. We'll talk about the soul of inanimate objects later,
right?
Or never. But anyway, so you're getting ready to beam down.
Yeah.
They probably just beam your. Don't they have a cargo transporter?
I'm sure they do.
So you just just pull that out of stock, right?
Right.
You probably got the clipboard in the gift shop. You're like, about 15 Federation mugs, a couple Picard plushies. The kids will like that. You know what I mean?
You're going down a checklist.
And then you just radio it in on the intercom. Okay, pull that from stock. It's like IKEA. Dude, you got like a floating IKEA.
Federation IKEA.
Yeah. So they beam that down in the big plastic futuristic cargo pods.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you get on the platform to beam down.
I'm ready to go.
Team,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so the beam comes down, slices your molecules up,
spins
you around, right round, baby.
Right.
Right
like
round.
a record.
Like a record.
Yeah.
Puts you in the buffer.
Yep, I'm in the buffer.
There's a buffer, because that's been several Star Trek episodes they've talked about the buffer.
Yeah.
In the buffer, hold him in the buffer. Hopefully we got enough buffer.
Right, yeah. I don't
know.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you're in the buffer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the beam comes down on the planet. There's Picard. There's Worf. Troy. You always need Troy, because if you're meeting a new species, Troy's got to,
Right.
They mean harm to the gift shop manager.
Right.
And all of a sudden the light comes down. Your information beams down. It manifests you in particles.
Yeah.
And then you do your gift shop thing.
Yeah.
Because you know your job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're a little foggy. You're like, how did I get here? Right? You're like, David Byrne.
Ooh.
This is not my beautiful planet. Okay, so you get there.
This is not my beautiful wife. Yeah.
You do the thing. They make first contact. Join the Federation. They hand out some forms or somebody else has forms.
Yeah.
They fill out the forms. They're like, thank you very much. Back to the Enterprise and on to another mission next week, right?
Sure.
You get torn apart again. Sliced apart, your molecules. Go back up. Your information is sent back up to the Enterprise.
Yeah.
There are the particles from the buffer, out of the buffer. Boom. Jason's back again. Okay?
It's a very intriguing thing.
You go back to the gift shop, finish out your day.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know, you have coworkers.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You're like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was good. Good. We went down there. Aliens. We passed out the mugs. We think, what? You say, it looks like maybe they're going to join the Federation. That's good.
Took
we like
some selfies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, took some selfies.
Yeah.
What did they look like? Well, they kind of had plastic on their faces. They kind of had the bones sticking out. And they look like humans, but they had like a bones and weird scales hanging out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they look just like humans. Two arms, two legs. Who knew?
Discount the tusks.
Yeah.
They're just like us.
And so they're like, okay, so it's quitting time, or you have the night shift. But I think the gift shop closes at 5 or 6.
Oh, it's got to.
Yeah, right. You lock it up. I imagine it's on one of those corridors. Like if we looked at, because there's always all those big corridors on the Enterprise. Probably, and there's doors, whoosh, 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 whoosh. And then you come and here's like you do in a gift shop. It's all glass, right?
Yes.
Because you have to, with a glass sliding door, whoosh, whoosh, right?
Yes.
Right before quitting time.
Yeah.
Riker comes in.
Ooh, Riker.
He's like, Jason.
Yes.
I got a hot date with Troy tonight. I need some flowers.
Okay,
because the flowers and we're celebrating our 6-month Chocoversity or whatever. I don't know what.
Congrats!
Whatever. Yeah. So maybe a Mylar balloon.
Well, Mylar, yeah. You're gonna have to do that. You're gonna want some flowers, maybe some candy.
Candy. She loves candy. Troy loves chocolate.
So I'm taking your whole order. Then I'm like hitting the button on the replicator. And there it is, right there.
Absolutely right. So Riker sneaks in right last minute. It's like, oh, Riker, he always sneaks in at the last minute for his dates with Troy to pick up some flowers or whatever.
Well, he's busy. He's a busy guy. I mean, he's number one, so he's busy making it so.
And you're a lifesaver.
I am.
You're in good with. You're the gift shop guy. Who doesn't? You might not like the security guy. Worf gets a little bit bitchy sometimes.
Worf can be a pill.
Who on the Enterprise doesn't like the gift shop guy?
No, see, even the Ferengis dig me.
Everybody digs you, man.
Right.
You're the gift shop guy. So Riker, so you're good with number one. He's second in command, man.
Right.
You're good. Oh man, Jason, you're a lifesaver. Thank you very much. Pats you on the back. Anything I can do for you? Thank you.
Yeah.
Commander Riker. Okay. So he goes out.
Yeah.
And now it's time you get the keys out.
Sure.
Gotta lock it up.
It's time to lock up.
The lights go off, right? Gift shop. Oh, you gotta turn you got the little thing with the.
You gotta flip the sign.
Right. It has the clock. The dial clock.
Be back,
and then you flip the sign. Close. Geschlossen. And so you walk down the corridor, take the turbo lift down to the family quarters.
Sure.
Open up. Honey, I'm home.
Yes.
Right?
Right. The robot dog comes up.
Dog comes out. The little kids run up. Daddy, Daddy.
Woof. Oh, nice.
Daddy,
Fido.
you're home. They're grabbing on. You know what? What'd you bring us today? Right? Because you're the gift shop guy.
You're bringing home something. You're not walking in there empty-handed.
Toy truck or something, right?
Yeah.
A wife. Right? There's your wife. How was your day? Well, I beamed down to the planet. We did. You'll have to tell us during dinner, right? It's very traditional. I mean, this is like the Donna Reed of Star Trek right here, right?
One would hope so,
Ozzie
honey.
Nelson of Star Trek.
Right. Father knows best.
Maybe get a pipe.
Right.
The news. Yeah, you replicate a newspaper, the New York Times, right? Get the slippers, right?
Right. You're sitting there, and honey, what's for dinner? She says, I replicated you a casserole.
So here's what happens.
Yeah.
Follow along.
Okay, I'm in there.
You're home. Kids are there.
Yeah.
The wife is there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything. You're home from the gift shop.
Sure.
You went down on the transporter.
I did.
To do trinkets on the gift.
Yep.
Wife gives you a hug, kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Kids grabbing you.
Something's not right.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Is this Daddy? Daddy?
Right. What happened to you?
You! It's not you!
Right. Next thing you know.
It's pod people from freaking. Next thing you know, you got Donald Sutherland like in the hallway going. It's pod people from freaking then because it's not you. We killed you in the transporter. You're a replicant.
But I don't feel different.
What happened to you?
I don't feel different.
What happened to you? You're not our dad. You're not my husband.
Wow. I feel shunned.
With that, let's have a good weekend out there. Don't jump into the transporter willy-nilly.
That's right.
Because you know what's going to happen with that, right?
Right.
All right.
All right.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye from the replicant once known as Jason Allen.